Fox 2 exclusive tonight as we continue to follow a story that went completely viral. 52 pounds of monkey meat seized from a passenger's luggage at Detroit Metro Airport.
Well, guess what? It doesn't end there. And today, U.S. Customs and Border Protection gave Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack an exclusive look at their stockpile.
Yeah, who can forget that monkey meat story? That story got us asking, what else has Customs and Border Protection been seizing lately? And that's why we're joined by Tyler Fox. He's an agricultural specialist, and we've got a lot to cover, but I do want to start with the monkey meat story. We're talking about 52 pounds that was seized from Central Africa, a passenger here at DTW. How weird was that, or unusual for you guys to see it?
So primate by itself is something we see infrequently here. You know, we do see other types of bushmeat such as cane rat and antelope and stuff like that, but primate is one we see seldom, so that was a little unusual.
And speaking of primates, we're looking at some samples right here. What is this and what's the backstory here?
Yes, so CBP being the face of the border, we see things that ultimately are regulated by U.S. Fish and Wildlife like this, like these monkey skulls, which were detained because they're an endangered species.
And who brought those in?
This was a tribal leader from the Philippines. You know, just something that was in the luggage that as it went through the x-ray, someone said,
Sure.
That doesn't look right, and then we took a further look.
And so a lot of what we have here, agriculture products, obviously, fruit, seeds, and that kind of thing. Why is that an issue to bring in?
So the problem with this, and I'll highlight this one actually immediately, is typically it's not people bringing things in because they want to do damage to the economy. It's the action of wanting to bring something from home that inadvertently does that. You know, African giant snails like this, you know, they can do immense damage to crops. You know, they've gotten out in Florida before. Females can lay 1,000 eggs. And this is a small one. I mean, they get larger.
And someone brought in live snails.
Yes, last July, someone brought in 90 of those that were live in a suitcase.
That's creepy.
It was.
And I want to ask about the packaged goods here. Quickly sum up for us, you can't even bring packaged goods in a lot of cases.
So typically we highly regulate pork products and beef products, even if they're vacuum sealed, things like that, because it doesn't really kill the potential to bring in BSE, foot and mouth disease, or African swine fever.
And there was one package at the end of the table that I want to highlight where someone sort of hid some meat. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, and so some of these are interesting, and this is something I will talk about later, but our canines are fundamental in this because of their ability to discern the difference between cheese and meat. You know, if a dog alerts to something, typically it's something that's not allowed.
And that is a perfect place to tease what we have coming up next. You're going to meet one of those canines, those little beagles that you might have seen here at DTW. But for now, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.